Canada Work Permit or Work Visa is a government-issued document and authorization to foreigners to take a job in any province or city within its territory. Canada Work Permit applications are submitted to the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, also known as CIC, who then processes and issues authorization to work in Canada on behalf of the Canadian government. It doesn't matter if you completed your work permit application online or by submitting hard copy documents, the processing time normally takes about 5 months. The time will also depend on the country the applicant is applying from. CIC work permit comes with a specified date. This date serves as its expiration and renders it to become invalid to the holder. The duration is usually between 1 to 2 years. This is longer for students taking longer than 2 years programs in an authorized designated learning institution. It is best to apply for your Canada Work Permit extension at least 30 days before it expires. Your international passport also needs to be valid before you commence the processing of your work permit application. Temporary workers in Canada with expired permits are mandated to stop working immediately their work permits expire in Canada. Eligible persons like visitors and tourists who are visiting Canada on a valid visitor visa may be allowed under IRCC regulations to convert their permit to a work permit. How to apply for Canada Work Permit. Application requirements. Not all foreign nationals are mandated to apply for a Canadian work permit before they can start working in Canada, so it's advisable that you first visit Canada's immigration website to check if your occupation and country require a work permit to take up employment in Canada. Some jobs in Canada require that labour market impact assessment should be carried out to determine eligibility of an applicant for a work permit in certain career field. Assuming all requirements are met, it is obligatory that you make a processing fee payment of $155 for your work permit application. Apply for work permit at the port of entry, POE. A port of entry, POE, is a place which is selected as an entry point into Canada by the Government of Canada. Usually, the port of entry that you come through will be the first airport or land crossing that you stop at in Canada. The following are some conditions that you need to comply with when applying for your work permit at POE. 1. For now, only foreigners that are entering Canada from USA are allowed to apply for work permit at the port of entry. 2. You must have a valid job offer. 3. Because of COVID-19 directives, you must be prepared for a quarantine of 14 days upon your arrival to Canada. Types of Canadian work permits. There are 2 types of Canadian work permits which are ideal to foreigners based on their specialization and qualification. They are the Employer-Specific Work Permit and the Open Work Permit. Employer-Specific Work Permit. This type of Canadian work permit allows you to work in Canada on the basis of some factors. Such factors include the amount of hours you can work for, the areas where you can work, as well as the name of the particular employer that you're allowed to work with. Employer-specific work permit is mostly issued to researchers and visiting professors. Open work permit. Open work permit is one of the most common types of Canadian work permits. When approved, open work permit application grants authorization to foreigners who needs to work anywhere in Canada. It is offered by the Immigration Office to foreign nationals who intend to work under any Canada's employer for a stated period of time. You do not need to have a job offer before you can apply. The Labour Market Impact Assessment, LMIA, is also not necessary when applying for an open work permit. Work permit application fees. In addition to the $100 application fee for Canadian work permit application, applicants of Canadian Open Work Visa must make payments of $155, also known as Open Work Permit Holder Fee. Extending work permit in Canada. Your Canada work permit won't last forever, so you'll need to renew it when it has almost reached its expiry period. When you apply for work permit extension online, you'll receive a WPEXT exempt PGWP letter. This serves as an authorization for you to continue working with your employer. It offers the same conditions as your current work permit. The WPEXT exempt PGWP letter has an expiration date of 120 days, which is clearly stated on it. Spousal open work permit. If your spouse is an holder of an open work permit like post-graduation work permit, you can make use of your spouse's work permit to facilitate your application. You can do this by attaching a copy of your husband's or wife's work permit, a copy of your spouse's recent pay slips, and a copy of a letter from your spouse's employer to prove that him or her is an employee in the organization. Work permit processing time Canada. As a result of COVID-19 pandemic, there have been changes in the operations of Canada Immigration which has led to an accurate prediction of Canada work permit processing time, but be sure that permit processing times usually takes about 5 months. This is all we have for you now. If you need any more information regarding the Canada work permit, you can go to www.workstudyvisa.com. You will also find the link written on the description. Thanks for watching. Ensure you subscribe.